party will stand tall. There's a place that's filled with history where warm hearts call. From Big Sam to the Bearcats, pride runs deep and strong. In Huntsville, Texas, we sing our song. With love and hospitality, we opened up our doors. In this beautiful town, blessings we explore. Sting 'em hornets, beat 'em up cats, Sound Houston State, where dreams are at. Good morning, Huntsville, we find our way, guided by God's love every single day. From parks and recreation, where children laugh and play, to the historical treasures that take our breath away. In the piney woods, we find peace and rest. Huntsville, Texas, truly blessed. With love and hospitality, we open up our doors. In this beautiful town, blessings we explore. Sting 'em hornets, eat 'em up cats, Sound Houston State, where dreams are at. Good morning, Huntsville, we find our way, guided by God's love every single day. Yeah. In every sunrise, in every prayer, God's grace surrounds us everywhere. Through the highs and the lows, we stand as one. In Huntsville, Texas, His will be done. Sting 'em hornets, eat 'em up cats, Sound Houston State, where dreams are at. Good morning, Huntsville, we find our way, guided by God's love every single day. Sam to the Bearcats, our spirit shines so bright. In Huntsville, Texas, we live by faith, we walk in light. With love and hospitality, we greet the world anew. In this blessed town, our dreams come true. Whoa. In every sunrise, in every prayer, Huntsville, Texas, truly blessed.
Hey, welcome in Huntsville. Another wonderful good morning to you. Thanks for waking up with us.
What do you love about Huntsville? What makes this a great place to be?
Everyone here is very genuine and very kind and friendly. You never hesitate to speak up and say hello or good morning or just acknowledge the person walking by.
The thing that I love most about Huntsville, I love the peace that Huntsville brings. I love the peace that it gives me.
I feel accepted and part of the town and like I belong here.
Huntsville is where my lovely wife lived when I met her, so I moved here. So I'm pretty thankful for her.
All right.
We're bucking for you in Huntsville, Texas.
Hello, I'm Billy Cobbin, Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home.
Hey, it's Kay Boning with Tomorrow's Promise Montessori Schools.
Good morning, Huntsville.
Good morning.
Hey, I'm Karen.
I'm Toy. And I'm Denise.
And from all of us at Walker County Federal Credit Union, good morning, Huntsville.
Here we are. Welcome in. Toy Williamson here joining us today. Toy, you're going to have to hold that a little bit. See, Toy had to do the Karen Denman mic today.
I was bougie like Karen today.
Yeah, that's all right. Hey, that's why I have it, Some people prefer the microphone. I'm so used to the headset, and it's better when my hair is short, but when it gets long, I have this horrible indentation in the top of my head.
The humidity will rearrange what I have going on here, so it's still kind of heavy from that.
Well, it's good. Toy Williamson joining us from Walker County Federal Credit Union. We got a great show lined up as we get started here today, episode 290. Man, it's like every day that we come on and I say the number, and I just can't believe. Well, I can because Huntsville's a great community, but we just we keep trucking along, and we have gained more of an audience and more folks joining us. We want to welcome in, by the way, those of you joining us this morning also on the Spirit Radio FM app. Just a quick update on that. We are through the what they call the public window with the FCC now. And so, but I've learned from the FCC that they like to take their time. And when people are on vacation, nothing gets done. And so we're waiting on our radio license is what all this is.
I think we may try that. I'm going on vacation for 2 weeks. Don't call us.
Yeah, just do y'all have like a master switch, like a big red switch that's really big, and you just flip it to off, and then you're, nothing.
In my dreams. Only in my dreams.
Oh, man. Sometimes we need that off switch, but it's good, and we're excited to be on. But, yeah, we're hoping here within the next few months that we'll have our FCC license, and we will have Spirit Radio up and running fully over the FM airwaves. Although, digital has been so huge and continues to grow, and it was really weird, Toy, in Austin. There's a group of radio guys that I know, legendary station there called Coke FM, KOKE-FM, and a guy named Bob Cole, and in that area he's well known, not here in East Texas. But they decided to completely pull their radio license, and they're going 100% digital streaming now, which I thought was unbelievable for an organization and for a group of people that have been involved in the radio business almost 50 years. But Bob always thinks outside the box, and he thinks ahead, and I think he's on the forefront of where technology is moving. I said like 10 years ago that one day everybody's going to have one of these things. And at that point, iPhone was just getting popular and all that back in 2006 or so. But the thing that held it back was the cost of data. I don't know if you remember back in the day, data was so expensive.
Yes, I had a BlackBerry.
Oh, yeah. Did it have the little pearl in the middle?
Yes, it did.
And I missed that. The keyboard? Yep. I actually missed the keyboard.
I don't know if I would appreciate it as much as I do the touch now, but yeah, I did. I had it was pink.
Everyone had one, man. But back then the data was so expensive. But I remember saying this, and before I moved to Huntsville years ago, I had launched an internet radio station there, and we gained some traction. It was running really well. And our whole thing was we were saying that one day everybody's going to have one of these, and everybody's going to have data that's affordable. Or honestly, I feel like we're at that point now. And so that's why technology is just starting to go through the roof. And, with all this new AI stuff, are you guys do y'all get involved in any of that in the banking industry? I wanted to ask you that.
There's so much, and everything that we do is regulated. We have so much, there's so much protocol that has to take place, so many checks and balances. Yes, there's a lot. So, they've taken third-party vendor auditing to a whole nother level. I mean, it's just unbelievable, and makes it very tedious. So everything that we do is very regulated for security purposes. Obviously, you got people's financial information, their social security. We know everything but their blood type, and we may even know that if they use it as a password. But yes. There's all kinds of stuff. The ATM machines or interactive teller machines, those are you're interacting with a human face, but sometimes those are not. Those are actually
And you'd never know the difference
You
sometimes.
probably would not if you don't know who you're dealing with.
Yeah.
You wouldn't know if you're dealing with a representative or if you're dealing with an AI.
Yeah. Well, the technology's there. We were talking about it before we came on this morning, you and I, Toy. And Toy, by the way, is over at Walker County Federal. You've only been there for a couple of weeks, you know. It's been a hot minute.
It's been a minute.
Yeah, but y'all do such great work. And by the way, Toy's been there a long time, but she would fool you if you see her because you'd think there's no way. But you've been working and doing such a great job for so many years, and we're so appreciative of our friends at Walker County Federal for all that they do and for being here with us every Monday. You know, you decided. And we kind of said, you know what, Karen needs a break. And so Karen and Denise getting a break today. And that's why Toy gets to come hang out with us.
I told them I don't mind helping. In the summertime, it's easier because, I have the 8-year-old and because 2 children in a different generation weren't enough. I decided to go into another generation raising kids. So I'm going to raise kids my whole life. Anyways, in summertime, I have a little bit more of a flexible schedule. So I was like, I'm available. Let me help you. Karen's like, yes, please.
Well, give me some advice. Summertime with an 8-year-old. What am I going to do? Because my children, Braylon's, I waited. I'm at 40 now, and Bridget wants to have 2 more. And I was like, whoa, wait a minute. And Braylon, by the way, made a mistake and told the teacher over at Tomorrow's Promise. We were asking her, like, if we had another baby, would you want a brother or a sister? She kept saying sister. So she took that as gold that we were having another. So she went around school, 2.5 years old, Mommy and Daddy having a baby, having a sister. So we started getting all these weird congratulations from people. And but here's my question to you. Bridget's 6 years younger than me, so it'll work. But for me, I'm sitting there thinking, man, when my children are in high school and friends see me, my children's friends see me, they're gonna think I'm the grandpa.
Well, I struggle with that now. I obviously with my 2 older children, they're 24 and 22, and both of them are married. But whenever I was raising them, I was obviously a lot younger, and I was friends with. That's a large part of my social group was with the people that we all had kids in common, or that age group or that phase of our life. Anyways, and now with Kylan, when I walk into like the school for awards or whatever, I'm thinking, do I need to put a name tag on here that says the parent of, so they know I'm not the grandparent of, because I'm old enough. My 2 older children could very well have children. In fact, by the time I was my son's age, I had both of my 2 older children. So anyways, it's definitely different, and I'm a lot more tired today than I was then.
Well, thanks for the hope and the encouragement, because I'm tired right now, so I'm going to be a little bit worried.
Well, I'm 46, and so 46 with an 8-year-old versus mid 20s back in the day. I wasn't even 30 yet, and definitely a whole different ball game. My question to you, I'm worried about stuff that I shouldn't even be worried about because it's still got a ways until mine are 8. But Caden's 10 months old, Braylon's almost 3 now. What happens in the summer if mom's working full time and dad's working full time? That's my number one fear right now is what am I going to do with my children during the summer? I was lucky again back in the day with the younger ones. I was lucky to have. They spent a lot of time with their dad's family in the summertime. His mother helped a lot with them. And then I'm very fortunate now. Brandon's stepmother's retired and my mom is retired. And so we alternate between them. And then I have her in camps. Just keep them busy. If they're busy, then they don't have time to get in trouble or to let their little minds wander into things that they shouldn't be. So we do AFF camp. They have that 2 weeks in June, 2 weeks in July. We did the volleyball camp at First Baptist. She does the trek with Covenant Fellowship on Wednesdays. So we just keep her busy.
Perfect. That's why I'm going to find camps that have transportation, and I think I'll be all right.
That is the challenge, because when she was doing the volleyball camp last week, that was from 8 to 9:30. AFF was from 9 to 2, so I would leave her over there for an hour and a half. Then I'd run back over there, grab her, go drop her off, go back to work, go back and pick her up. And I'm like, who am I? By the end of the day, I'm like, I do not know who I am, so don't ask. So,
well, some parenting advice for parents out there this morning as we get started.
Be young.
We do, yeah, be young. That's every day I try to think of a new T-shirt idea. That's going to be it. It's going to be young is the T-shirt of the day today. We do want to welcome you in again. Thanks for joining us. Great show lined up today. Our friend Kevin Fralicks, he is with Sam Houston State University, the Associate Vice President of University Development, joining us today. We'll learn more about Kevin and the great things happening at Sam Houston State, and we want you to be a part of that. So make sure you stay on. And by the way, hit the like button and share as we continue on this morning. Let us know that you're out there. A lot of comments already pouring in. We'll get to those probably a little bit later on in the show. And we're excited to be here. Big shout out to Paul Oley. Paul, we love you, man. Appreciate all that you do. Paul Oley of the Gallery for providing the space here for all of your custom framing, photography, and more. It's Paul Oley of the Gallery, 1201 University, right here downtown. And a huge shout out to our friend Elliot Herzlich of Elliot's Jewelers online at elliotsjewelers.com for all of your jewelry needs. Big shout out to Elliot, by the way. We had a Raise of Hope a couple of weeks ago, and we had a lot of jewelry that we were able to give away, raised a little bit over $1,500 for area nonprofits. This year, a lot more product, though, than cash donations, but that's okay. So we already took 4 shopping carts to Good Shepherd Mission. We've got a lot of stuff to give to Care Center Huntsville and more to Safe House. So we appreciate that. And a big shout out to Elliot Herzlich for all that he does. And of course, here on a Monday, would not be able to bring you this marvelous, magnificent Monday without our friends from Walker County Federal Credit Union for all of your banking needs. They'll take care of you here in Huntsville. And check them out online for more information. And we'll talk more with Toy on the back end of the show about what's going on at Walker County Federal. For now, though, we'll step aside. We'll take a quick break. Kevin eagerly waiting. Excited to have him on this morning, get to know him a little bit. And I do want to remind you, keyword this week is rose. I decided rose. Karen and I usually pick the keyword. I should have waited, but I jumped the gun.
I'm A-okay. That's one less decision I had to make.
Keyword this week is rose, and it's in honor of some, I guess, commercial industries come out with these National Day of, Week of. Well, it's the Week of the Roses.
Well, I get tired of all these days of, weeks of. I have to remember all that stuff, and then I look like the loser not participating. Well, I didn't know. I didn't know we were celebrating. You wear 2 shoes every day.
It's Rose this week, and hey, Leah Lineback over at Sweet Caroline's Floral Shop. If you're hearing this, we have a nice table that a rose would look beautiful in here this week. So keyword is rose. Text that in, Honor 0 Degree Creations phone and text line at 936-339-0139. Again, that number, 936-339-0139. Keyword rose alongside your name. I've got a little goodie bag I'll put together today, and I'll include a gift card to Cafe Texan, $25 gift card to Cafe Texan, and some other stuff. All you got to do, text in rose, again, with your name, on that 0 Degree Creations phone and text line at 936-339-0139. We'll take a brief break. When we come back, our friends from Sam Houston State University, Kevin Fralicks, joining us. Stay with us. More to come. It's your show on this magnificent Monday. This is Good Morning Huntsville.
Hey, I'm Denise Olivas, Business Account Specialist at Walker County Federal Credit Union. One of the best things I hear from our members is how they love being treated like they're important, like their family. Sure, our members love things like low rates on loans too, but combine that with the friendliest and most helpful service in town, and you've got Walker County Federal, taking care of our members. It's what we do. We are Walker County Federal Credit Union, member NCUA.
Hi, I'm Billy Cawthon, manager of Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home. We know times of loss are tough, and you need a place to feel comfortable and cared for. At Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home, we pride ourselves on being with you during those really tough days. You can rest assured that we will be on your side and by your side every step of the way. Thank you for your trust. Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home, supporting families every day, every step.
Welcome to Magnolia Kennel of Huntsville, where we've been caring for your furry family members for over 4 decades. Nestled at 877 IH 45 South, our kennel is a perfect retreat for your pet. With a climate-controlled facility, spacious exercise yards, we ensure a comfortable and enjoyable stay. At Magnolia Kennel, we offer a range of options including overnight boarding, extended stay boarding, and doggy day out. But that's not all. We also provide additional pampering services like baths and nail care to keep your pets looking and feeling their best. start. Making a reservation is a breeze at magnoliakennel.com. We take great pride in our dedication to the community, supporting our local fire departments by providing oxygen pet masks. Stay connected and enjoy adorable pet updates by following us on Facebook. Magnolia Kennel of Huntsville is where dogs get to be dogs. Visit us at magnoliakennel.com to book your pet's next stay. We can't wait to meet your four-legged family members.
Here we grow again. Tomorrow's Promise is excited to announce our third location to better serve the families of Walker County and surrounding areas. At Tomorrow's Promise, we are more than just childcare. We pride ourselves on partnering with parents and creating a place where every child is respected, loved, and nurtured in the highest quality environment. See what makes us the perfect fit for your child and their needs. Schedule a tour and learn more about Montessori.
Tomorrow's Promise Academy on Veterans Memorial now open. Visit tpms.live for more information. Education you can trust.
The Oak Ridge Disciple House is a faith-based 501c3 nonprofit Christian character building ministry helping men 18 and older who are suffering from drug and alcohol addictions. If you or someone you know needs help, there is light at the end of the tunnel, and that light can be found through the Oak Ridge Disciple House. For more information, visit oakridgedisciplehouse.com. Huntsville, back at it now. Time 7:56 in the morning. You know what the good news, Toy, about it being 7:56 is?
By the time I get to work, I'll have only like 6 hours with a lunch break, or 7 hours with a lunch break.
Good news is 7:56, and you're listening to this show, you still got 4 minutes to get to work if you have to be there at 8. So, you know, sometimes we come back on at like 8:02, and we're like, well, you're late. You probably need to look for another job. But we got you back early today before that. So we want to welcome you back in. Good friend of ours, new friend of ours, joining us here on Good Morning Huntsville this morning. Kevin Fralicks with Sam Houston State University. Kevin, so great to have you, my friend.
Glad to be here.
Welcome
Thank you for having me.
You bet. Going on year 5, we're going to dig into a little bit more about you, Kevin. I used to joke around and say, we just want to know everything except your social, but we're not going to do that today. So, but Kevin, we're so thankful to have you on the show this morning. We're going to talk a lot about just freshman enrollment, new things going on at the university, a new year coming up, and a lot of great opportunities. Before we do, though, Emily knows this because she comes and hangs out with us. It's kind of a goofy thing that we do here, but we have to do this. Mm-hmm. Toy's already put in the call to TDCJ for the official count. You know, they do the horn over there, and we don't ever want to throw it off. But, Kevin, you get our welcome horn this morning as a new guest.
And he blows it for you. You don't have to worry about blowing it.
Yeah, don't worry. So
We're
here
not
it is.
popping off the lid.
This is a special, this is very exclusive, by the way. You're part of a new exclusive club here on the show.
I'm honored.
So here we go. It's a special greeting. This has become a tradition here on the show for our first-time guests. There you go. Welcome, Kevin.
Thank you.
You are officially inducted into Good Morning Huntsville now. So, well, Kevin, it's again so great to have you on with us this morning, and appreciate you, the current Associate Vice President for University Development at Sam Houston State. responsible, I guess a team of 10, leading a lot of financial stewardship, people coming in and giving back to the university. Let us know a little bit about you before you really dig into the role. I know going on 5 years here at the university, but kind of give us the Kevin background if you don't mind.
Sure. Grew up in the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex in the community of Duncanville, Texas. You've had Matt Bethay, our vice president and my boss, on this same program, and he and I grew up in the same hometown. Both played high school soccer for the same coach, and went immediately to North Texas State University then. It's now UNT, and was an average run-of-the-mill, college student, B kid, and got my degree in recreation management, kinesiology at the time. A little known fact, I went there to be a physical education major, and that major changed. That this new world of kinesiology happened my sophomore year, and we were all scared to death not knowing what that word meant. And it was the science, really, of physical education. And then one day I arrived back at my dorm, and my college roommate said, "Hey, you got a phone call from the dean's office. They want to see you in the College of Education." I went, "Oh, good Lord, this can't be good." And it was actually to let me know that if I took one more class that I would have enough hours for 2 undergraduate degrees. And so rather than having a master's, I got another degree in recreation and leisure management, and I spent about 17 years of my life in city government, running municipal parks and recreation departments, mostly in the Metroplex. And so I left that business in the mid to late 90s, and no, that's not true. That was early aughts, and hit the golf ball for a little bit, decided what I wanted to be again when I grew up, and just kind of went to a bowl game for UNT at the time and met the development staff there. And the vice president at the time asked me, you have a really good skill set for this. Would you be interested in going to work for me? And a couple of weeks later, I went to work and never looked back. And that's been 23 years.
Wow, so, wonderful. Well, appreciate the backstory, Kevin. Love having you here in Huntsville. Sam Houston State's growing so much, and I like what Dr. White used to say was the best kept secret here in Texas. I think the secret's out now, and so many wonderful staff such as yourself and folks really helping to get the word out about the university. Talk maybe just briefly a little bit about more of the community involvement side of things leading up to getting the job here at Sam Houston State. I was reading through your bio, and I believe spent some time in Alabama as well.
I did.
Do you mind highlighting some of that kind of led to how you got here?
Well, it's interesting. So I left the University of North Texas in 2017 after being there for several years as the Senior Director of Development for the UNT College of Business. And because I wanted to go to work for a top development advancement shop, and I went to work for the University of Washington, which, I'm sure there will be colleagues that'll call in and say, don't ever say that again on public television, but probably the top 3 advancement shops in the country. And was honored to work there, loved working there, great institution to work for. We left Washington not because I didn't like the job there, but the cost of living in Seattle is just brutal. And this Texas boy just couldn't figure out at my age why I was paying so much money when I didn't have to be somewhere else.
And it's cold.
Yes, it is. And so I got an opportunity to lead a development team at the University of South Alabama in Mobile, and we lived by the beach. And we were loving life and thought that's where we were going to end things. And I got a call from my alma mater to come lead their alumni shop. And that's an honor. And I took that job knowing full well that that's, where I thought I would be forever. And, as a friend of mine once told me, actually the vice president at South Alabama, the good Lord does have a sense of humor. And I never thought I would be at Sam Houston, but when Matt took the position, he reached out to me and said, I'd really like for you to consider coming down here. And so the rest is history. And it worked out well because My wife has a brother, her only immediate living relative, and he lives in Beaumont, so it's like an hour and 40 minutes versus Denton, where it's almost 6 hours. There's no shortcut to Beaumont from Denton. And I have 2 grandchildren, a son and daughter-in-law in Temple, Texas, and I have 3 grandchildren, a daughter, and a soon-to-be son-in-law, a new son-in-law coming into play, and they're in the South Grand Prairie area. And then I have 3 grandchildren and a daughter and son-in-law in Mansfield. So it's about 2 hours, all 4 different directions. And you don't have to navigate the city when you go to Dallas, because you're just going in the south end and you come right back, you hit the interstate and you come home. So it works out.
Love that. We were up in Fargo for 8 months.
Wow.
But it was because of family. We wanted to be back close to family. And I think that's so great, Kevin, to just to hear your story. One other thing that I wanted to highlight before we dig into the Sam Houston State side of things, you mentioned Temple. Well, you spent some time at UMHB there in Belton.
I did indeed.
And I was reading through this, and I think it's very impressive. And this is the caliber of person that we're getting here at Sam, that's been here now for several years at Sam Houston State, bringing a lot of great things to the table for our university here. But you and your colleagues helped lead a $100 million campaign at UMHB. When I was broadcasting for Southwestern University, they were in our conference.
That's right.
Kicked our tail every time we played them. But I'm going to tell you, it's just a wonderful to hear that. Maybe highlight a little bit about the knowledge that you learned through that campaign, because that's a pretty substantial amount that you guys help raise. And I know you're bringing that same expertise here and working towards that with Sam Houston.
Well, it was interesting. The vice president that hired me at UNT ended up being the vice president at Mary Hardin Baylor, and that's how I ended up getting there. And he knew I had a lot of background in raising money for athletics. And it was Mary Hardin Baylor's dream to build a first-class Division III football stadium, and also a student union, a new College of Nursing building, $100 million worth of projects. But that was an interesting, first of all, the alumni base and the local Belton Temple community is very loyal to that institution. Because it's an economic driver for that area. You got to think about the faculty that live there. You've got to think about the staff that live there. And, they were close to almost 5,000 students. When I was there, I bet they're at 5,000 now or close, mostly undergraduates. But it was an honor. When Southwestern, back in the conference, when people started coming to this football stadium, they just couldn't believe it. I mean, it was, like nothing they've ever seen. And for years, the Mary Hardin Baylor team had to play their games at Belton High School, and it just wasn't what the president, Randy O'Rear, who's still the president, really wanted to happen. But boy, I got a lot of really good experience leading that campaign and assisting in leading that campaign. It was very grassroots, any campaign that you do, and, I hate to use the C word, but I think we're headed towards, I know we're headed towards, we may not call it a campaign. Dr. White may not want to call it a campaign, but we're about to raise money for some athletic projects, the Bauer Stadium improvements being one, certainly freshman scholarships, but all of those things that I learned at Mary Hardin Baylor, all the things you learn at Washington, a capital campaign that I was a big part of at South Alabama, the end of a capital campaign that I was part of at North Texas, they all resonate, and they're all common. They're all the same. And what are we ultimately here for as administrators and staff and faculty for the students? We're trying to make Sam a better institution all the way around. And it is a recruiting game now. These students, they want to come in and see a dorm, and if it's not hardwood floor and granite countertops, they may not stay, and they may go where it is. And I say that, that's a little bit, I'm being a little bit facetious, but it is very competitive out there. Yeah.
Well, I wanted to highlight all that, not to highlight those other universities per se, but to highlight the great work that you and your colleagues were able to do there, and that experience which you described to us. And that's what I'm really excited about, thinking about these type of things that are headed for Sam Houston State University, especially incoming freshmen. You know, one thing I love about this area in Huntsville is such a close, tight-knit community. This community embraces students that move here. So for folks that have lived in Huntsville forever, they embrace the students, but the students feel welcome here, and they truly are walking into a very world-class facility. Maybe talk a little bit about just kind of some of the things for the incoming freshmen, some areas that I know you guys are trying to really say, hey, if you're looking for a place to come to Sam Houston State. This is where it is. You got an opportunity to discover all sorts of things.
Well, let me first talk academically. I think we're very underrated academically, and I would say that what I've learned a lot in my short time of being here is the success of our alums, and that tells you a lot, especially in the College of Business. Shar Self is the dean of the college. And, I know we're known for criminal justice. That's a big thing. But our, teacher education, certainly another thing. But some of the things that we're doing in the College of Business especially is just really spectacular. We have an innovation technology area where we're doing some really just fabulous things with business. And there's an idea that we were wanting to kind of start a business incubator program. But at the end of the day, none of that is possible if we don't have students. And enrollment is a big thing. Dr. White talks about it ad nauseum, as any president would. It pays the bills, frankly. And freshman scholarship is something that we're in dire need of. And when I say that to the point of Stephen F. Austin, Lamar University, Texas State, those institutions that we kind of align with as competitive, they're all offering freshman scholarships. And Emily is here, and she worded it properly. It's almost like a signing bonus for freshmen. It's like, if you'll come to Sam, we'll give you an extra blank $2,000, and you can apply for it just as a freshman. There's nothing that really you necessarily qualify for. At many of the institutions I've served, there's always been that. Sam's a little bit behind in this area, so it's, if anyone out there is interested in helping freshmen, they just need to get in touch with our office, and we're happy to put a development officer in touch with them.
I love that. When you think about incoming students and the emphasis that you guys are putting not only on current students and alumni as well, which has been so great. I've loved what we're seeing over the last few years, specifically about the growth of the university. And Sam Houston's always cared about everybody, but it's really starting to really get things together as far as what you guys are doing and university advancement and really telling the story about the university. But I'm sitting here thinking, as a graduate all the way back in 2002 in Georgetown, it would have been so cool to know about Sam Houston State. Now that opportunity is getting out there, and it's not just exclusive here to East Texas, but statewide and even beyond the borders of our state. Can you highlight maybe a little bit of that outreach, as far as getting these young people and getting the word out to some of these young people that are on the verge of saying, hey, where do I want to go to school at?
Well, most of that falls in line or falls under the responsibility of our enrollment shop. And I know there's a big focus. This is known as for years, I think Sam Houston was known as a commuter campus for a lot of Houston area students. It is a destination campus, and being in Huntsville is, there's a lot to offer here, a lot to offer that a lot of students don't totally understand until they make the trip here and their visitation here. It's interesting to talk about from a regional perspective where our alumni settle. My colleague Charlie Vienne, who runs the alumni shop, is always talking about where our alumni hotspots are. And Montgomery County and Walker County are two of the top counties. If you look on a heat map of where our alumni are, they light the brightest. So what does that tell us? Well, after students come here and graduate, they don't leave necessarily. And that's really good for our economy. Once again, we are educating them and growing them. And there's something else I'd like to add that I really this is a hot button with me, and that is this push out there that I read about religiously, unfortunately, that there's, they're encouraging these people to take a really hard look at college, that it's not worth it anymore. And I can't agree with that at all. I am the only person in my immediate family, I had four siblings. My parents did not get out of the 8th grade, and I would not be on this headset talking to you right now had I not gone to college and had my parents not bent over backwards to help me. And on that note, I would like to add, when I was at North Texas and going in the late 70s, I got a freshman scholarship. It wasn't very much, but it was only $175 for my student tuition. I remember handwriting the check, filling it in for my mother, and calling her and telling her it's $175
That's great.
for a full load, which you can't do that anymore. That's for sure. So,
well, it's important. I put the phone number up here again. Kevin Fralicks joining us from Sam Houston State University Advancement. Give their office a call. 936-294-3625 is
correct.
What we pulled up on the website there. And maybe you're a business, or maybe you're an alumni this morning, and you're saying, you know what, I want to give back to the next generation, just like folks that helped me. And there's businesses out there, and if you've got some extra funds that you can send this way to help with the freshman scholarships, I think that would be an incredible opportunity. Think about that as a business person or as an alumni. Think about that impact that you could have, saying, you know what, I'm going to give $1,000 to help. And I'm not sitting here trying to fundraise. I'm just telling this is what it is. The reality of it is you can be involved and make a difference in the next generation directly with a cash contribution.
Yep, and that's, we call that academically paying it forward. That's really what it is. And we're blessed because we do have a lot of people that do that anyway. Absolutely.
What is, for you, Kevin, going on 5 years now here with the university, what has maybe brought you the most fulfillment, the most enjoyment so far? I know you've got busy days every day, but there's a lot that you're extremely thankful for.
Well, I like to hit the golf ball, and I'm in a summer golf league with my colleague Charlie Vian, and we have a great time. It's 9 holes, and of course it's hot. I mean, the humidity in South Texas versus the humidity in North Texas, they're night and day. It's 3 hours, but it's not the same. Southeast Texas, I should say. And I like to watch sports. And I guess I am an odd duck in that I like to work in the yard. I worked in the yard most of the day yesterday, and then got in to watch about, 12 to 13 of the final 18 holes of the U.S. Open, and was going back and forth in the afternoon between the Euro soccer championships and coming up the United States and Copa America. I'm a huge soccer fan.
Well, I got to ask you, because you mentioned golf. For a guy like me that can swing 10 times and hit it once, is that frowned upon? Do you ever say, like, man, what's up with this guy?
It's never frowned upon because everybody starts, and, golf's a lifetime sport, right? The big deal is if you're 90, can you shoot your age, right? And I hope at 90 I can shoot my age. But there is a place for that and a time for that. I don't think that this Tuesday or the afternoon golf league, faculty staff golf league, is the place and time for that. But everybody's got to have their moment, and if it takes 10 times to hit a golf ball on 10 swings to hit one time, we're going to count all 10 of them. But we'll do that maybe early in the morning. That's for sure. That's going to take you a little while to get around that golf course. That's for sure.
See, I've always joked around back in the day when I had business meetings. I was like, "Hey, can we just get together and play basketball?" And everybody's like, "No, we're playing golf." So, well, Kevin, so great to have you today. Just to get to know you a little bit more. I guess my final question for you, kind of, what's on the roadmap? What are some objectives, some goals that you have for the role that you have at Sam Houston State? What would you like to see in the next year down the road?
Well, the first thing I'd like to say is I want to give a shout out to my team. They've bought into a different style and a different way of doing things, and I'm grateful for that. They're very talented. They raise a lot of money, and we're small but mighty. And I would also like to say that, again, that I'm grateful for Sam Houston's alumni base, because they're extremely loyal to the institution. They do give back. I mentioned earlier that I think it's been no secret that there's going to be a Bowers Stadium expansion. renovation, if you will.
Yeah, that's underway. I saw the turf all being pulled. The track's gone.
The turf is being pulled. The track is gone, and that track stadium is being relocated. There's an architecture firm that is actually evaluating where the track site will be. But the new turf is part of the project. I think it is the goal. As a matter of fact, I know it is the goal that we will play football in there this fall, and then not renovated. But then as soon as the horn sounds or the guns fired for the final clock ticks down to 0 on the November Thanksgiving weekend Friday game, we'll put a shovel in the ground and go to work. And then where you play the 25 football season rests in the hands of people above my pay grade, probably Bobby Williams and Dr. White. But it's going to be exciting, and we need to, again, back on that same phone number, we're going to need the public support. There is going to be a very, very nice press box with a club and suites, a first-class FBS Division I environment, which that's not the case right now, and we know that. But, when there's only one way to go is up, we look forward to that. We're grateful for opportunities that we have to have conversations with people about it. And very, very soon, hopefully within the month, we're going to have concept plans to start showing people.
Yeah, it's just exciting, and Toy, I know from you've been in this community for a long time, and and I've only been here, minus the 8-month sabbatical, getting away and coming back, but it's neat to see all this growth.
I'm excited. I'm born and raised here in Huntsville. Obviously, didn't see the need to leave. Graduate of SAM. It only took me 20 years to finish my degree, but I did.
You finished.
So, whenever you're like, people are like, that's not worth it. I'm like,
yeah,
that's not true. So
it is worth it.
But, seeing HISD grow in a positive direction, seeing the university grow, and things have just changed so dramatically, and it's a good thing. I like to see the community coming together, everybody kind of working together, and kind of to sound off on what you were saying, bringing people to the community, and that's good economically. And not only that, you're providing opportunities for everybody. A lot of people come to Huntsville and then they don't end up leaving. Sam Houston is pivotal for our economy.
Correct.
And I think that when you bring those people in and they can positively contribute to our community, and then of course on my side as a financial institution and a community partner, we have an opportunity to establish another relationship. So it's just like a domino effect. You get them in here, let them see. It's really not. I think people visualize Huntsville as the prison city, and they automatically have this negative innuendo, and it's really not at all. And I think that it's awesome. I'm excited for I've learned something today about the university that I've watched grow my entire life, and I'm excited. I'm excited to be part of the community that is you could be anywhere you wanted to be, and you've chosen to be here to help us, and for that I'm thankful.
I think I would also say I have to say that the Washington University of Washington campus is one of the prettiest on earth, and when you can look out your window and see the Cascades and the Olympic Mountains and Mount Rainier, that's a different environment, right? But Sam Houston is a beautiful campus, and it's got a lot of rolling hills. It's got pines, it has oaks, it has magnolias. It is fascinating, the tree life that's on our campus. And so a very quick story. When I first took the job here, I lived in the hotel for 3 weeks. And so every morning I would walk the campus.
Was it continental breakfast, though?
No, it was not. It was put your card in the machine and pick something is what it was. Yeah, honey bun. Anyway, I walked the campus every morning, and I thought to myself, wow, this place is beautiful. And again, students don't get that by looking at it on the internet. Yes, you kind of see the photos. You get it when you walk through the campus and it feels like home. I would put our quad up against anybody's for sure.
And if, and I'm so thankful there's this huge push for, taking better care of ourselves and exercising. And if you want to exercise, you come to Sam Houston State. You're going to get a great exercise. I love walking around campus.
Yeah, it's up and down.
And I say that in a positive way. I mean, there's a lot of up and down walking, but as you walk, you don't feel it too bad because you're noticing all the beautiful scenery.
Yeah, it goes quickly.
My wife and I, when we first had our daughter, I remember we just took one day and one afternoon and just pushed the baby around campus.
Yeah.
And I was like, this is kind of neat, seeing everything and all the historical landmarks and all that. So
hopefully it wasn't in August when you did that.
No, it wasn't in August. So, Well, friends, again, appreciate Kevin Fralicks being here with us today. You can reach out to their office, give them a call, and let's invest in the next generation of students, especially those incoming freshmen. Help them feel welcome and provide that financial stability. That's one other thing I love about Sam Houston State. There's a lot of first-generation students that call Sam Houston State their first university for their family. And I think it's so important that we get involved as a community. And no matter if you're here in Huntsville or you're listening from wherever you're at, you can provide some support to help these first-year freshmen. Give the advancement office a call, 936-294-3625, and let's continue to celebrate all the great things happening at Sam Houston State. One final thing I want to say is when I talk to visitors and people from the outside, I brag on the university all the time. I said, we're home to this amazing Division I program right here in East Texas. And, if we can get everybody behind that same attitude, we're going to see this thing really kick off. And your office is doing a great job in doing that.
Well, I appreciate that very much. And that is, I've seen that happen at another institution. It's a big deal. Really is.
I keep saying one last thing. Casey Cox sent in a message to us. He said, "Boss man."
Sorry to hear that.
So he is reaching out to Boss Man today. So, well, Kevin, keep us updated. I appreciate Emily DiMiliano setting up these interviews. It's been so great as part of our SHSU Spotlight segment that we have once a month, getting to hear about the great things happening from the university, especially out of the advancement office. It's an exciting time for not just this community, but for young people looking for that next step. After they get out of high school, come to Sam Houston State. You won't regret it. Kevin, thanks again, man.
Thank you so much. It's very nice to meet you, and very nice to meet you. Thank you so much for having me this morning.
Well, that'll wrap up our segment. Toy and I will be back after a quick break. Want to remind you our Mondays, I'm already 2 days ahead, Toy. Our Mondays brought to you by Walker County Federal Credit Union, serving Walker County since 1957. Keyword today is Rose. All you got to do is text it in. We're going to call our winner when we come back, too. All you got to do is text in the keyword Rose alongside your name on the 0 Degree Creations phone and text line. Got a $25 Cafe Texan gift card and a gift basket coming your way. Text that in to 936-339-0139. We'll step aside. We'll take a brief break. Toy and I'll close it out when we come back. It's your show. This is the Monday edition of Good Morning Huntsville. Stay with us.
Hey, I'm Denise Olivas, Business Account Specialist at Walker County Federal Credit Union, and our business is helping you take care of your business. In addition to personal accounts, Walker County Federal Credit Union also offers business accounts and business lending for commercial customers. We're devoted to taking care of the needs of our individual members and helping our business members with their financial success, too. Call us today and find out how easy it is to work with Walker County Federal Credit Union. Member NCUA.
Here we grow again. Tomorrow's Promise is excited to announce our third location to better serve the families of Walker County and surrounding areas. At Tomorrow's Promise, we are more than just childcare. We pride ourselves on partnering with parents and creating a place where every child is respected, loved, and nurtured in the highest quality environment. See what makes us the perfect fit for your child and their needs. Schedule a tour and learn more about Montessori.
Tomorrow's Promise Academy on Veterans Memorial now open. Visit tpms.live for more information. Education you can trust.
Hi, I'm Billy Cawthon, manager of Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home. We know times of loss are tough, and you need a place to feel comfortable and cared for. At Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home, we pride ourselves on being with you during those really tough days. You can rest assured that we will be on your side and by your side every step of the way. Thank you for your trust, Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home, supporting families every day, every step.
Welcome to Magnolia Kennel of Huntsville, where we've been caring for your furry family members for over 4 decades. Nestled at 877 IH 45 South, our kennel is a perfect retreat for your pet. With a climate-controlled facility, spacious exercise yards, we ensure a comfortable and enjoyable stay. At Magnolia Kennel, we offer a range of options including overnight boarding, extended stay boarding, and doggy day out. But that's not all. We also provide additional pampering services like baths and nail care to keep your pets looking and feeling their best. Making a reservation is a breeze at magnoliakennel.com. We take great pride in our dedication to the community, supporting our local fire departments by providing oxygen pet masks. Stay connected and enjoy adorable pet updates by following us on Facebook. Magnolia Kennel of Huntsville is where dogs get to be dogs. Visit us at magnoliakennel.com to book your pet's next stay. We can't wait to meet your 4-legged family members.
Here we go, back at it. Here we go. Toy here. Hello.
Hi.
Hello. Did you ever watch that? What is it? Medea? Hello. Am I saying that right, or is it Medea?
Medea.
Medea. Hello.
Hello.
Yeah. Hello. I forgot all about that shit. I never know what's going to happen on this show. I'm just sitting here yakking, and then all of a sudden, Medea pops into my head. Hello.
Squirrel.
Toy Williamson joining us from Sam Houston. From
I'm Walker County
Federal Credit Union. But I was going to say a graduate of Sam Houston.
I am a graduate of Sam Houston. It only took me somebody else's whole lifetime, but I finally did it.
Well, we appreciate Walker County Federal for being here with us every single Monday. And you know what I was excited about, too? I always say excited. I really do. I went back and listened to one show. I think I said excited like 50 times. Joy Daly's joined. Karen's mama always tunes in. And she said, good show. Hi, Toy.
Well, hi.
So she's saying hello to you this morning. Wanted to get some of those other comments. Jamie Saucier over at Saucier Woodwork saying it's a great morning in Huntsville. Quentin Glaze, we call him our number one engager. He comments on everything that we do. And Quentin, man, we just appreciate you. Rick Boning over at Tomorrow's Promise and 0 Degree Creations joining us, saying good morning, Huntsville. Christine Mitchell joining the show this morning. Her and Rodney down in Riverside, Texas, good morning to you. Steph Valley at Magnolia Kennel. I love what she says. She always says positive day. Positive day.
Positive day?
Yeah, positive.
Hold on. Let me bring her our little sugar. She keeps our Rocky and our sugar when we're on vacation. And she'll probably reiterate, stay positive. Stay positive. In a therapeutic way, though, not advice-wise, just therapeutically, because that white dog of ours, our sugar, whoo, she's wild.
Carolyn Gibson joining us, the grandmother of Huntsville. Kathy Schweitzer, one of our HISD trustees, with us as well this morning. Good morning, Kathy. I always love Jennifer, too. She always has a great message. She said, good morning. It's a marvelous Monday. Marvelous. Karen and I call it a non-mimosa Monday, by the way.
Non-mimosa Monday. I like mimosas, too.
But we never have them, so we call it non-mimosa Monday.
I'm going to tease you. I'm going to bring y'all some sparkling juice and orange juice up here one day, and you're going to be so disappointed.
Bree Johnson joined us. She's all the way up in Minnesota now. Her and her husband used to be here in Huntsville. Congratulations. I know that he's got a good thing going in y'all's family up there. But thank you for staying connected to our local community, Bree. We just appreciate you guys. My sister in Temple, Texas, joining, saying, good morning, Huntsville, happy Monday. My little niece will be attending Sam Houston State here in a couple of years, so excited.
Gosh, you're old.
Yeah, having her move here. El Turpening joining us from New Waverly. El Turpening on the show this morning. And many of you as well. Kyle Kreiner saying good morning, y'all. And also Weldon Wallace. Weldon, good to see you on this morning also. Many other messages coming in. We can't get to all of them. I did want to take a brief moment and just thank our friends at Walker County Federal for all that they do. If you're just joining the show for the first time, or maybe you're joining it for the 290th time, and you've been thinking about, man, I really need to get an account set up. I don't know where to go. There's a lot of great institutions here in town, but I can say this confidently. I'm not putting down anyone else, but I just think that Walker County Federal is the greatest, not because Toy's sitting here and, they're a sponsor of this show, but I had accounts with them long before we even had the idea for this show or this platform. They've always taken care of us on our car loan, on our Santa Fe, and also taking care of our personal accounts. I have my nonprofit through Spirit Media now set up through Walker County Federal. I'm telling you, Karen, Toy, Denise, y'all all do such a wonderful job. Ruthie, who's retired 17 times, and she.
I told her that I'd pay for her casket if she just come back.
Yeah, so
come back. I'll take you out of here.
Is she back again? Is she back again? I figured as much. And y'all got a new employee too now.
We do. We brought Taylor Chandler on. Taylor worked with us about 5 or 6 years ago for a couple of years, and she left to advance her career elsewhere, and we've come full circle. And we needed some more help in the business account, business lending area. So we've got Denise, a partner in crime. So we'll have to get Taylor on here with Denise one Monday so everybody can meet her. So Denise and her have been trying to find a happy mojo, a happy medium, and get their thing going. So if y'all have time to swing by and meet Taylor, she's super friendly and likes to chit chat like we do. So
wonderful. I love this too, because that's another phrase that I say over and over because I do love this.
You have so much love.
It's love and excitement here on the show. But I was thinking about this. Y'all just need to quit being nice to people. If you'd quit being so nice to them, they wouldn't come back.
Well, I kind of have bills to pay, Rob. No, I think that the good thing is, and this is genuinely not me blowing smoke, genuinely from the heart. When you do something for so long, it becomes part of who you are.
Yeah, it's your life.
And
it's what you do.
I personally cannot imagine being anywhere else doing anything else, even though some days I do have to hit my knees and try to make sure that this is where I'm supposed to be. But I genuinely, as the credit union management, I hate referring to myself as that, but as the top person responsible for,
as the overseer of all things financial.
Yes, as the head janitor. I genuinely care about my employees, our employees. I would sacrifice anything for myself to make sure they are taken care of first. And the same thing for the members. I mean, it's not, I know a lot of people are like, they're just doing it to be nice because that's their job. It's really not like that at all. And if you ever take time to have a relationship with us, I hope that you see that. And we will be a part of your life as much as you'll allow us to be a part of your life.
Yeah, and there's a lot of places that it's always supposed to be your job to have great customer service, and they don't. But Walker County Federal does.
Well, I'm not saying we're flawless, and I'm not saying we don't have our days, but overall, taking care of our people, our community, each other, our families, that is the only thing that sets us apart from all the other financial institutions in Huntsville.
I agree with that. We've got about 3 minutes. Let's head over to our Zero Degree Creations phone and text line. Toy, if you just want to hold this up to your ear kind of like this, and you'll be able to hear our phone call, all right? So I don't know who it is today. Randomizer picked, and here we go. Cafe Tex and gift card and a bag of goodies coming someone's way today.
Hello.
Hello, this is Medea. Hello.
Good morning.
I can't joke around with you, Miss Gibson. This is the grandmother of Huntsville.
You cannot.
I can't. I just can't because you're too sweet of a lady. I don't want to get you upset if I would have said something bad, okay?
Okay.
Carolyn, how are you doing? What are you up to?
I am doing well. I'm counting the days so I can go to Montana to visit my daughter.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I thought you were going to be an
yeah.
extra on that show Yellowstone is why you're heading up there. Or is that Wyoming? I forget where it is.
No, yeah, I've never been to Montana, but she's moved up there, and I really look forward to it.
Well, wonderful. You're a long-time listener and watcher and semi-frequent winner. It seems like you win maybe once every couple of months, right? It's been a little bit, but you got a Cafe Texan gift card coming your way. Did you make it by Raise a Hope this year? If you did, I'm sorry I didn't see you or I remember.
I'm sorry, I didn't understand.
I don't think you didn't come by Raise a Hope this year, did you?
No, I did not. I had surgery that day. I was
goodness.
I was in the Woodlands. Yeah, I had some minor surgery, so I couldn't make it.
Well, I'm going to include a little swag bag from Raise a Hope, so you'll still get your fix.
Good.
Does that sound good?
That sounds great.
Well, wonderful. Well, Toy Williamson is here joining us from Walker County Federal Credit Union. And Toy, she doesn't know the routine yet, do you, about what we do with our guests?
No.
That's okay. We always ask our guests, what are you thankful for, or what do you enjoy most about Huntsville? So I'll let you ask that question.
Oh,
all right.
What I enjoy about
here's
Huntsville is
Carolyn,
the people and the warmness of the people and just everything. Yeah, I'm so grateful for another beautiful day.
Wonderful. Well, Toy was asking you that in spirit. So congratulations, Carolyn. And we'll have
Thank you.
By the way, we'll have that ready for pickup tomorrow over there at FBC. So I'll have the gift card and the bag for you. So anytime tomorrow through Thursday from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. we'll have it for you, all right?
Got it. Thank you.
All right. Well, God bless you. Thank you for listening.
You too. Bye-bye.
All right, bye-bye. You know, there's just some people, Toy, that are so sweet, you just can't joke around with them. Do you know? Yeah, so I just couldn't joke around with Miss Gibson. We called one time, man, I had a lady hang up on us. I was sitting there joking. I said, yeah, it's all Earl here from the city. And listen, and it just, we're going through our records. You hadn't paid your water bill. I pay my water bill every month. And just slam the phone down.
I've seen some TikToks where people are playing jokes on folks and they get fighting mad, and I'm just so tickled. I'm like, I'm not like that. I don't mind a little joke here or there, but I'm not a jokester. I'm better at probably being pranked than I am pranking people.
Perfect. Well, we'll come back next month and we'll have something set up for you.
I know.
Well, Toy, appreciate you. Any final words before we sign off? Been a fun morning. Thank you for being here.
Well, thanks for letting me be here.
Yeah.
Whatever it is.
Y'all get to come hang out. We have so much fun. And I do want to say this, too. The support, when you see folks every day on our show, and not just our guests, but our foundation sponsors, our co-hosts, we wouldn't be able to bring on folks such as Kevin from the university or have nonprofits on this show that we get to highlight without the financial support from our Foundation 5 sponsors. They provide the backbone to keep this program going. There's a lot of expense that goes into the background of this. We couldn't do it without them. And so as you see these folks, like Toy from Walker County Federal Credit Union, consider going over there and saying hi to them and let them know that you saw them here on this show, because that's what we want to do, is promote the good that they're doing along with our community.
Appreciate that.
So
we love the community. I mean, without the community, we're absolutely nothing. So.
All right. Well, there she is, Toy Williamson, hanging out with us today.
Yes.
Come back next month. Will you come hang out with us?
I will. I'll come back.
Well, that'll wrap it up. Been a fun morning here on the show. And, the inspiration today is going to be the way that I close the show. And I want to give a thank you, actually, to so many of you in this community that reached out to us over the last 2 weeks. It's been a tough 2 weeks, things that you never expect. But so many of you have reached out to me and my family, and we've had people bring us meals. We've had people call and text, and that just means the world to us. I wasn't able to respond to all of you, but thank you for being there with us. Many of y'all from Walker County Federal have reached out. Toy, you had said something to me before the show this morning. That just means so much to our family. So we just want you to know that we love you. Thank you for supporting us. And my daddy was a good man, lived a great life, and we got to celebrate that last week, and now we're back into the room. My dad wouldn't have wanted me to stop. He said, keep on going, boy. You want it, you got it, was his phrase.
I lost my dad. I've been there. He was actually my age. He was 46 when he passed, and I was 23, so 26. Anyways, and it's not easy, but you learn to move on, enjoy the memories, and It's got to keep on going.
Keep on trucking. Keep on hugging and loving. That's what we do here in Huntsville. So, well, again, thanks to Walker County Federal and all of you for being a part of the show. We'll be back at it tomorrow with our friend Jason Thompson at Guardian Defense. Make sure to join us at 7:30. I got to get rolling. It's VBS week, and I don't have energy, so I'm going to have to figure that one out.
I haven't had coffee yet, so I'll have some in a minute.
Come back with us. I'll end the show with this inspiration, as I do every morning. Don't forget to please provide a word of encouragement, lend a hand of support. Somebody out there this morning needs you. Until tomorrow morning at 7:30, good morning, Huntsville, and God bless. Have a great day, everyone. And Toy, thanks so much for being with us.